Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the team of Công and Academy of Cebu.
It's match day 2 of the ASEAN Club Championship Shopee Cup 2025-26. Last season's runners-up, Công and Hanoi, taking on dynamic Herb Cebu here at the Hangdae Stadium. Both lost their opening games against BG Pattern United and Tampines Rovers respectively. Much is expected of the home side in what's a tough group. They did play Philippine opposition last season, beating FC Kaya by 2-1 in the group stage. They were 100% in the group stage, the Vietnamese side, last season, as they made it all the way to the final, only to lose out on that heartbreaking penalty shootout after a 5-5 aggregate draw with Buriram United. First time we've seen dynamic Herb Cebu in this competition. They will be keen to make a good impression. They've only played 2 league games so far. They did have to come through a qualifier to get here as well. They beat Kasuka from Brunei 4-2 on aggregate. Lost the first game 2-1, but a 3-0 win at home saw them through in this one. Both sides have put out pretty strong teams tonight as well. Not too many changes from their last lineups. We'll confirm those lineups in a moment or two for you. Long walk from the tunnel and the dressing room over on the far side of the Hangdae Stadium. It's been very hot all day here in Hanoi. It's still around 31, 32 degrees even at this late stage in the evening, just approaching 7:30 local time. It's a tough group this, as we said, as well as these two teams, Selangor, BG Pattern United, Buriram United and Tampines Rovers from Singapore. And Stefan Mauk, one of the players coming back into the lineup tonight for Công and Hanoi. Here is their team. They make 4 changes to their last 11. Phan Duc, Tran Dinh Trong, Alves Rogerio and Alan all come into their starting lineup. Alan has already scored 5 in the 3 league games he's played so far. They're going 4-2-3-1 tonight. Alan will be the central striker. Leo Arta will be the creative man just behind him. Well, Cebu went through a vigorous warm-up beforehand. And there is their 11. Just 2 changes to the side that beat Stallion Laguna at the weekend. Kaj Amaral comes in at right back. Marius Corre will partner Rico Andes up front. They go 4-4-2. So it's the more favoured formation from their coach Glenn Ramos. They've won 1 and lost 1 in their league games so far. So just 2 games played in the Philippines League. Công and Hanoi have played more competitive games. There are the players available from the substitutes bench tonight. Referee tonight comes from Japan, Tanimoto Ryo. Very experienced referee, was in charge of last week's AFC Champions League elite match between Al Hilal and Nasaf, and recently an international against Indonesia and Chinese Taipei. And we do have VAR in operation tonight as well, Korea and Thailand providing our 2 video assistant referees. There is the man from Brazil that's in charge of Công and Hanoi, Alexander Polking. He's half Brazilian, half German. And he's the man that's in charge of the Vietnamese side. He's been here since 2024, has a contract until May next year. And they want more of the success they showed in this competition last season, as we say, when they reached the final. As we do have two Vietnamese teams in this competition. Nam Dinh, who'll be in action tomorrow. There's Glenn Ramos, the dynamic Herb Cebu coach, was in charge of Loyola for the first part of last season before moving to Cebu in January, replacing Mustafa Göksu, the Turk. Because there is a big Turkish connection, they have an affiliation with the side in Turkey, Hatay Sport. Dynamic Herb Cebu, all in white, change strip for them tonight. They normally play in red, the same as Công and Hanoi. And they will kick from right to left in the first half. There is Marius Corre, played in just one of the two league matches so far. He's the man up front alongside Rico Andes tonight, and we're underway. Match day 2 then, the ASEAN Club Championship Shopee Cup 2025-26. Both sides, as we say, coming into this game on the back of defeats in their opening match. Công Hanoi had a tough game at BG Pattern United, one of the favourites for the competition. Of course, we do have reigning champions from Thailand in Buriram United. And it was a home defeat by Tampines Rovers 3-1. Cebu lost at the Rizal National Stadium, or the Athletic Stadium, a couple of weeks ago. Early touch for Leo Arta. Home fans love to make plenty of noise here. See the same tomorrow night, just a few kilometres away, Nam Dinh, when they play their game. They were in the Champions League last week. They take on PKR Sphering from Cambodia in Group B tomorrow. The Vietnamese are top of the league at the moment. 4 matches played, 3 wins and a draw. Nice touch from Alan. Got them off to a great start in that game against BG Pattern United. Alan's goal putting them in front after 20 minutes, but the Thai side managed to get back into that and take the points. Went on a run of 3 in a row then in the league. Beckham X Hanoi, their big rivals who share the stadium with them, and Haiphong. And then they were hold Bijiago on the Chinese side to a 2-2 draw in the AFC Champions League 2 last week, which was an impressive result going off to China. And they do, as we said, have pedigree in this competition. Cebu pretty much unknown at this level. Lovely ball and lovely take by Do. Trying to feed that one across towards Rogério. Alan is the man just poised in the middle, always looking for any loose ball that might come his way. That's a misplaced pass, though. It'll be a throw into Cebu. Sixth place in the Philippines League after just 2 matches. FC Kaya currently top of the table with a 100% record. Cebu 1 to Goig, but beat Stallion Laguna. Here they are on the attack as they try to work that and create a bit of problem for Philly, but they've won a corner. First corner of the game. It was a good positive run from Andes. Just stopped in his tracks by Vitao, who's one of those 2 holding midfielders who got back on the defensive role. Thought about taking that short. Kosame Jr., the captain, and made the short run, but they will look to go long here. It'll be swung in by Paulos. 6 players lurking on the edge of the box. Just 1 player in front of the goalkeeper. Misses everybody. That's a foul. Nudging the back by Gadia. There will be a free kick to Hanoi. Just clumsy from Gadia more than anything else. Has featured in both league games this season. Ledell's header. Vital. Doe under pressure from Kosame Jr. Duck. Like a foul, and indeed it is against Corey. Hails from the Ivory Coast. Marius Corey, playing both qualifying matches for this competition. Didn't feature in the first game against Tampines. Rico Andes scored 3 times in those 2 qualifying matches against Kasuka. Paulos got the other goal in the 3-0 win at home. They've got a free kick to defend here though, trying to hold that line as high as they can. A little flick off a Cebu player. It may well have been Villanueva. I just got a touch on that. All the early possession in favour of the home side. They will be keen to make home advantage count after that early defeat. It's their 100% record in the group stages last season. They beat Buriram United, Lion City Sailors, FC Kaya, Kuala Lumpur City, and then Borneo. Came past PSM Makassar from Indonesia in the semi-finals before that thrilling final 2 legs against Buriram, 2-2 and 3-3, and then that heartbreaking 3-2 loss on penalties. Phillips a long way out of his goal. No pressure though. Vital already looking to pull the strings in that midfield area. Stefan Mauk. Trong, who's not the tallest for a central defender, the Công and Hanoi captain. Played forward by Hugo Gomez, but too many bodies in front of him. Two of the matches in the group taking place tonight as well. A big all-tie affair in Bangkok. BG Pathum United, Patantani should I say, BG Pathum United against Buriram United, and Selangor against Tampines Rovers is the other game. Then 2 matches in Group B tomorrow. The Malaysians, Johor Darul Taksim taking on Bangkok United, and Nam Dinh, as we mentioned, taking on PKR Svay Rieng from Cambodia. Vital, a little bit of space to work in. Alves Ruggiero having more of a roaming role at the moment. They're almost playing with 2 men up front rather than the 3 behind Alan. I think it's a sign they want to be positive in this game and really take the game to Cebu. Taken by Lee Van Do, who's already seen plenty of the ball in the opening minutes. 8 minutes played. That's clumsily given away to Paulos. Vital. Well, the game being played pretty much inside the Cebu half at the moment. There's Corey having to come deep. Rico Andes is almost playing as a lone striker at the moment. He's a man in form in the league, Rico Andes. He has scored in both league games so far for Dynamic Herb Cebu. Another foul by Kosame Jr., who's already given several fouls away, none of them in a telling position though. Alexander Polking just barking out those instructions, Mano as he's more affectionately known. Stefan Mauk. Hugo Gomez. Lovely ball inside the fullback. Now with his space for Alves Rogerio. Good covering defending there by Ledel. Duck has to play that one away. Good defending though that time by Cebu. Getting cover in behind. It was a lovely ball through for Alves Rogerio. Villanueva with a throw. Cebu saying that should be a lot further forward than that. Glenn Ramos pointing as well to say the same. Brian Villanueva with a throw, and again the referee wants the ball moved back a little bit. Japanese referee trying to stamp his authority. Kasame Jr. just got enough on that to guide it off to Pinto. Here he is again, the captain, trying to get to the byline, just nudged off the ball by Lee Van Doe. Will be a goal kick. Coach has coached in Vietnam before. He was at Ho Chi Minh City for a while. Had a spell as Thailand national team coach for a couple of years as well. A very experienced man who was a winger back in his playing days with Arminia Bielefeld in Germany, Darmstadt, Olympiacos, Nicosia and Apoel. Stefan Mauk. Alan's taken a tumble on the edge of the penalty area. Getting back to his feet, long range shot from Duck, which is off target. Juridi, the goalkeeper, not too happy that his players have allowed Pham Duc to get that shot in from such a long way out. Rami Juridi, who is one of the foreigners in the Cebu side, the goalkeeper hails from Tunisia. He's just joined ahead of this coming season, this current season, should I say. It's a little bit scrappy at the moment, one or two niggly little fouls and players going down under no pressure. That was Villanueva's throw. Chase on here for Gadia. There's Pinto. He's won a corner. Well, it's the second time really we've seen a little bit of pressure from dynamic Herb Cebu in the first half. Alexander Polking, you could hear him in the background there saying, referee, that's not a corner. We'll have a look from this angle. He may have a point. Possibly just flicked off the knee of Pinto on its way out. Corner taken short. Pinto drives across. Good diving header away. That's Hugo Gomez. Got a head on that. Back out to Pinto again, who's got a little bit of space here. Floated in towards that far post by Paulos, and nobody picked up the man round the back, and fortunate the angle was a little bit tight there. Philip Nguyen, the goalkeeper, has stayed down, but you can see the Philippines coaching staff more than happy with that little move. It was a lovely ball in. It just needed a bit of bend on it. It didn't bend back into play. Just seemed to carry on going from Palos. Rico Andes was the man trying to get on the end of it. Effort at cross goal that's gone out for a throw this time. Whether it was a cross or an attempted shot that was just completely mishit. No real clear-cut goal-scoring opportunities yet in the opening quarter of an hour. Villanueva with a long throw. All the way back to Philly. Not really pressing too high at the moment, Cebu. They're quite happy to almost invite Hanoi onto them at the moment. Palos. Well, Rico Andes had gone a little bit too early, so comfortably tidied up by Trong. Alves Rogerio. Vitao. Hugo Gomez, the Brazilian. Floaty ball into space, came off Ledel. It was an important interception by Kusame Jr. because Lee Van Do was waiting for that ball to drop. Needed to get the interception in there, the captain. Here's Duck. Tron. Hugo Gomez, really dominant in terms of possession at the moment from those in red. Might be too long that. Yeah, Girini knew that was going out, just pulled that away. He's a big target man up front, Alan. So he has scored 5 goals in 3 league games so far, a hat-trick in the first league game. Oh, sorry, in his last league game against Hanoi FC in a 4-2 win. Just needed to take some off that. It's far too strongly hit. Referee's just spotted a nudge in the back by Corey this time. Hugo Gomez. Duck. Again, it's another long ball out towards Leo Arta, but just over hitting these final balls at the moment. Kong and Hanoi, you can see the intention, try and get those balls in behind the dynamic Herb Cebu defence. See if they can cause some problems coming in from the wide angles. We've seen Lee Van Do have plenty of the ball down this near side in the first half. Palos. Rico Andes on the chase, back to the goalkeeper, Philip. It was an awkward one and he's clattered into by Rico Andes, who I think it's just momentum took him into the goalkeeper rather than it being malicious, but Philipp Nguyen has managed to get that ball away, but you saw the pressure he was under from Rico Andes. He just couldn't pull out of the challenge in time. His momentum just carrying him into the goalkeeper. Had every right to go for that. It wasn't the best of touches from Philipp, but he won the foul in the end. Good decision by the referee. Nothing more than a free kick. So Hanoi's dominance in the group emphasised last season. They finished 5 points clear of Buriram United, who eventually went on to win the Shopee Cup. Hugo Gomez over the top once again. Amiral just a slight hesitation there, but it's gone out off the corner flag. In fact, it stayed in. That might have gone out off the corner flag. Still possession here with Công and Hanoi. Stefan Mauk trying to get in on that one. Pinto's taken a knock to the face, just a high arm, I think. Catching him again, just a coming together. Anderson Pinto, another player that's playing his first season at Cebu. He was at Loyola in the Philippines League last season. Kamis with a free kick. Just bounced up for Ledel. Alan trying to play that through. Too much on it though for Alves Rogerio. Chiridi will just wait before gathering. Hoisted long by Corey. Again towards Rico Andes. Trong with a header. Cebu were just taking a few minutes to take a look at their opponents tonight, see what kind of game they were going to play. Looks as though they are playing more at a 3 at the back, the Vietnamese. Quang Vinh, who was down as left back over on the far side, is playing slightly more advanced.
How long do you need for the throw-in?
Oh, he's moaning already. Alexander Polking about the time wasting. Philip just got a hand on that to take it away from Rico Andes. Leo Arta. Well, you can see the importance of wanting to make home advantage count in this game. It is a competition where the teams only play each other once, rather than a home and away. Công and Hanoi have got one more league game at the weekend against Nam Dinh before they take on MacArthur from Australia here in the AFC Champions League 2 in a fortnight, next week, midweek. Hugo Gomez will just get there first, but he loses out to Pinto. Nice bit of skill. Trying to weave a way through into the penalty area. Back out to Corey, who hit it first time, but got right underneath it. And that's the best chance, really, we've seen going forward from Cebu so far. Nice work by Pinto to set up the opportunity, but he really snatched at that one. Marius Corey. Right underneath it. A little bit of pressure there from Paulos. It's Duck. Vitao. Alan again looking to make one of those darting diagonal runs, headed away by Villanueva. Rico Andes trying to find Gadia. Stefan Mauk was having his shirt tugged there, but managed to break free. Livando. Vitao. Leo Arta, nicely played out wide. Good ball in towards Alvarez Rogerio. That was a good header away. It was Quanvin Pendant that was out supporting on that far side. Here's Vitao. That's a foul by Paulos on Hugo Gomez. He's claiming it's not a foul. Hugo Gomez and the referee, I'm sure, would argue otherwise. Oh, that's a nasty one. Might be lucky to escape without a yellow card. In fact, he might not escape because the referee is just calling Pinto over. Continuing to be unhappy with things on the sidelines, Alexandra Polking. Hugo Gomez is okay. Second season here. He's a much travelled player. He's played in Brazil, Portugal, Korea Republic with Suwon, and Qatar with Muathir in the Qatari Stars League. Lee Van Do with the free kick. Hugo Gomez is having a real tussle with Corre on the edge of the penalty area. This will be whipped in, better bend on it. Oh, it's gone all the way through, and it was Hugo Gomez that was the closest man to that ball but couldn't get a touch. You heard the reaction of the crowd. It's one of those free kicks, always difficult for goalkeepers whether to come, whether to stay. It's only needed a touch, just a little bit too much on it. Good whip on that one. You see the hesitation from Cheridi, just stayed on his line. Did score 5 times in the V-League last season, Hugo Gomez, in his debut season here. There's Kosame Jr. just trying to get away from Trong and getting away from Trong, and he stabs it goalwards and it just goes wide. In fact, it came off the defender. I think it was Vitao that put the challenge in. And Kosame's junior shot just took the slightest touch and sent it spinning wide, but it could have easily spun inside that far post. There's the touch from Vitao. He put look at the spin on the ball. It was spinning in towards the goal, but fortunately it started out a little bit too wide. Referee just telling Rico Andes to stop pushing. He's been pushed over now by Philip. Paulos is over the corner. Still Rico Andes complaining that he's been manhandled. The referee just needs to let this run, and then if there is a foul, give the foul. Din Trong, who is the captain, as we said. Rico Andes is the only player, in fact he's the furthest player forward for Cebu. Now comes the corner, punched away by Philly. Didn't get a great deal of distance on that one. Corre. No foul is the shout against Lee Van Do, and he's managed to shepherd him into the corner. That's a throw in the corner for Cebu. This referee, by the way, Tanimoto Rio, has only refereed one other Asian Club Championship match. That was last season, and it also involved Công and Hanoi. They played PSM Makassar. That was in one of the semi-finals last season. Villanueva taking his time. Paulos. Low ball across, away by Hugo Gomez. Six games already in their various competitions for Hanoi this season. They have only kept one clean sheet. That was a 3-0 win over Becamex in the league. Kosame Jr. Good challenge then from Stefan Mauk. A couple of Australians in the Hanoi side. Mauk is one of them, currently on loan from Adelaide United. Gadia and Allen coming together. Straight into the chest of Duck. There's Leo Arta, that will favour Juridi. Hugo Gomez, good header. There's another foul. It's starting to get competitive in midfield now. 1 or 2 niggly fouls. Pinto, who was warned a moment or so ago, is the man being spoken to again. Hugo Gomez is not happy. That was a high challenge just on the side of the neck. Alves Ruggerio's gone down holding his face, but it seemed to catch him lower than that, around the shoulder. I would have thought. It's on the side.
This guy, he wanna push you with him. You see, he's kicking exactly where you are. So whenever he does, don't follow him.
Well, it's taken an awfully long time for them to decide that Alves Ruggerio needs a bit of attention. Not a happy man at the moment on the sidelines. With all the possession that his side have had, he would have expected them to probably have scored by now. That was that ball in a moment or so ago. It was palmed away by Philippe. You see Rico Andes was the man again, the intended target. Very clever movement off the ball from the Cebu striker. Philippe, who was born in Prague, he's been a Vietnamese citizen for a couple of years now. Well, those home faithful make for a very colourful sight here. Good to see 1 or 2 tourists and non-Vietnamese here in the crowd tonight as well. It is a big tourist centre, of course, Hanoi. We're around about 15 minutes or so from the old quarter, which is a bustling part of town. And if you know Hanoi well, or if you've seen pictures of Hanoi, you know about Train Street. Very popular destination. Duck. Trong. Hugo Gomez. Quan Vinh Pendant. It's good percentage or possession football by Hanoi, but it's all in front of Cebu at the moment. Haven't really got round the back. Cebu are making the plate square. Here's Duck. Trong. Lee Van Do. Lovely ball from Leo Arta, just ran away from Vitao though. They have tried that ball on a couple of occasions. It's just skidding away for the intended target. Vitao played every game in the ASEAN Club Championship Shopee Cup last season, on the way to that final penalty shootout defeat. Lee Van Do did well there to keep that ball in play. It was a little bit close to the line, but wins the foul again off Pinto, who's in serious danger of picking up a yellow card at some point just for persistent fouling. He has been warned a couple of times, may have injured himself in that particular challenge. Seven fouls already conceded, a lot more than the opposition from dynamic Herb Cebu. They're not happy with the referee at the moment. Stefan Mauk having a word with the Japanese official. Vitao. Lee Van Do, who's probably had more touches than any other player in this first half. Duck. Has gone down off the ball in a challenge from Gadea. Hugo Gomez. Now, Quenman Pendant wins the corner for his team. Well, one of the features this season is the half-time shoppy shake. That's taking place today. First corner of the game here for Công and Hanoi. There's a real tussle again going on. Pinto has literally wrestled Hugo Gomez to the ground. Needs to be careful if he does that when the ball comes into the box, because it's obviously a clear penalty if he does it once the ball's back in play. There's a real cluster of players on the penalty spot, which is what's causing all that congestion. Lee Van Do with the corner. Oh, that's too much. Much too much from Lee Van Do, well overhit. Coach just turns away down in front in frustration with his wide man. Gets all the big guns forward and then plays the ball in like that. Way over the top. It's a good 10 feet over the head of Hugo Gomez, who was the man at the back post. Now Vitao's header. Foul by Leoata. So a rare free kick here for Cebu. It's been a game of very few goal-scoring opportunities in the opening 37 minutes. Paulos is over the free kick. Camis has gone forward. He's one of the big target men for this, but managed to put that one away. It's going to be a free kick, unfairly won back by Amaral. Leoata did well, dropped the shoulder. Trying to find himself some space coming in from that far side. Can they get a goal before half-time? Vanders struck up a note once again to encourage their team. Hugo Gomez. Trong. Leoata. Vitao. Glenn Ramos, you can just see pointing out to that far side where Pendant has a little bit of space here. Alves Rogerio's just tucked inside. Here he is. Almost played through. Pinto with an important interception. Stefan Mauk was making ground into the box. Here he is again, Stefan Mauk. It's Alan trying to get it onto his left side, but good save by Juridi. It's just enough in front of him to make sure that he couldn't get a clean strike there, Alan. He is the man in form, as we've said, in the Vietnamese league, V-League. Just mishit it, I think, with Ledel in front of him. Alan. Alves Rogerio. Trying to get the better of Amarol. It's just been forced backwards to Pendant. Stefan Mauk. Leo Arta. Hugo Gomez. Lee Van Doe. Hugo Gomez again. Patient build-up from the home team. Pendant, good low ball in. Alvarez Rogerio's touch was a little bit heavy. Chance here for Vitao. Can't get a clean shot in. Just nicked away there by Ledel. And bundled over by Allen. Good defending again by Cebu. That was really patient from Công and Hanoi. They created that chance, but Ledel managed to bring that ball away. Not the fastest breaking out of defence, but he did a job. By Alan. It was a mistake by Amarol. And the race on here for Alvarez Rogerio. He's put it wide. What a chance. Right on the stroke of half time. What a time that would have been to score a goal. But the mistake by Amarol hasn't been punished. Alvarez Rogerio scored in last week's Champions League 2 game against BJ Goan. Not played in the league so far this season, and what a chance that was him to endear himself to the fans, but he's put it wide. Amarol just couldn't get back. Ledel was coming across and he's put it wide of the post. What a chance. That's a good yard wide. You could hear that collective groan that went round the Hangdae Stadium then, but the Banda back in full swing. Alvarez Rogerio, Quang Vinh Pendant, Trong. Good movement once again, good save Juridi. Well, the shots are coming in on the goal now. That was the same man, Alvarez Rogerio. At least he hit the target this time, but didn't have a huge amount of power in it. Hugo Gomez header. Corey. Alan, good challenge, Ledel. Corey. Gadia. Hugo Gomez. And wide once again. They're finding that width pretty much at the moment. Amarol just tucking his side. Lovely ball forward. Stefan Mauk tried to pull that back, claiming handball. The referee's given the penalty. Well, Cebu were claiming it's hit the side. VAR will check. And the Japanese referee had a good look at that when Stefan Mauk played that ball in. Just gave a hesitation and then pointed to the spot. Where does it strike? I think it does strike him on the elbow. Or does it? Where's his arm in the air? Well, it's hit Pinto. think that may have just hit him on the chest. Let's see if VAR have a clear look at that, where they can see where it's hit. We'll take a moment to check. Here it is again from Stefan Mauk. Now, where was the arm? You can't see from that angle. Well, the referee is coming across to have a look at the monitor. So, Alexandra Polking trying to have a look at the monitor, which he's not allowed to do. The fourth official will point that out to him. Tanimoto Rio coming to have a look at this. Now, what does VAR show him? I'm not too sure the angles are 100% clear. The arm is slightly behind him, you can see there. Yeah, I don't think that's hit his arm. Look where his arm is there, and that's where the ball, I think, makes contact, and the arm is well away from the body. We're into 4 minutes additional time at the end of the first half. There's a look at it again. It's a question of whether the referee deems that angle good enough. It looks there as you watch it in slow motion as if the arm is a long way behind the ball. Just there, look. I don't think this is going to be a penalty. The ball's not on the spot. Hanoi are almost resigned to that fact as well. No penalty. So VAR doing its job. Pinto straight away pointed to his side. That can often be a sign of guilt, but in this occasion it was justified. Well, he's given a goal kick. Well, I thought that must have gone out of Pinto, but the referee's saying it's a goal kick. Alan protesting. I think it's going to be a drop ball to restart. So a little bit of an escape there for Cebu as we crossed into stoppage time at the end of the first half. Liddell, cut out by Lee Van Do. Stefan Mauk runs into Gadia. Trong. Vitao. Lee Van Do. Leo Arta pushing that one out wide. Alves Ruggiero, I think, will be the most disappointed man going in at half-time if it stays this way after missing that one-on-one with Giridi. Stefan Mauk. Lee Van Do. Alan bundled over by Camis. Another clumsy challenge from Manny Camis, another Australian. Two Australian centre-backs for Cebu. Wonder whether Hanoi might be tempted to have a go from here. Only failed to score in the first half once in their 6 games so far this season. That was their league game against Haiphong that they went on to win 2-1 with 2 second-half goals. Lee Van Do's over this. Quang Vien Pendant is also over this. to just on the edge of the wall. There has to be a meter between the attacking players and the defensive wall. I think this will be Pendant that's going to strike this. Will it? No, Lee Van Do. Oh, Jaridi spills it behind for a corner. It seemed fairly simple to catch that from Jaridi. He moved his feet well to get across to that one. But he's kept his side under a little bit of pressure here, having conceded a corner, and it was fairly unnecessary really as well. Can Kongan Hanoi capitalise? Lee Van Do really overhit one from the other side a while ago. That's flicked off Stefan Mauk. Comes out to Trong. Couldn't get a clean shot in, weaving away through Trong. Leo Arta. And the header will go wide, goal kick. Well, that comes to nothing. That could well be the last action of the first half. We played an additional minute, which was just the backlash from that VAR decision. Referee opting not to uphold his original decision of giving the penalty, having reviewed the decision on VAR. Alan's been kept fairly quiet by the defenders so far. Has scored in 4 of their 6 matches to date, including that hat-trick against Hanoi. Goes out off Vitao. Villanueva with a throw. Just too far ahead of Kusame Jr., but they'll have another corner here. There goes the half-time whistle from Tanemoto Rio, the referee. Well, having had to review that handball for VAR, there's the man who had the best chance in that first half, Alves Rogerio rather, who couldn't get on that one-on-one and put the ball past Jaridi, put it past the post. Another shot from him went straight at the goalkeeper as well, and you can see by the look on his face, he knows he should have done better with that opportunity. Philippe Nguyen had a couple of saves to make. Kusame Jr. worked hard. Kamis and Ledel were pretty strong at the back to keep the score down to no goals at half-time. And the home crowd will be disappointed not to have seen a goal after all the possession their side had in the first half. At half-time, it's Kongan Hanoi 0, Dynamic Herb Cebu 0.
future. Young more.
Escort Việt Nam là nhà tài trợ chính của các đội tuyển bóng đá quốc gia Việt Nam, luôn đồng hành cùng sự phát triển của bóng đá nước nhà.
Dù trẻ con hay già họ vẫn chuyên tâm. Việt Nam quyết tiến khởi sắc vinh quang. Bangkok Glass Group of Companies.
Mọi người ơi, đã đến giờ lắc xu thôi nào. Và đây là cơ hội vàng để dinh được rất nhiều Shopee xu. Shopee xu dùng để giảm giá khi mua hàng trên Shopee. Vậy nên nếu như các bạn chưa có app Shopee hay đã có app Shopee rồi thì hãy nhanh tay tải hoặc là cập nhật phiên bản mới nhất của Shopee ở trên app Shopee, ở trên Apple Store và CH Play mọi người nhé. Vậy nên mọi người ơi, thân mến là cách chơi lắc siêu xu thì cực kỳ là đơn giản. Các bạn chỉ cần cầm chắc và lắc điện thoại là sẽ dinh được rất nhiều Shopee xu. Đặc biệt hơn nữa là chúng mình có rất nhiều shake cam đang soi khắp khán đài để tìm ra được những bạn khán giả may mắn. Vậy nên là các bạn hãy chuẩn bị cho mình những cú lắc thật là cuồng nhiệt hoặc là những điệu nhảy thật là hấp dẫn để cùng nhau tham gia lắc siêu xu mọi người nhé. Và bây giờ thì chúng ta sẽ cùng nhau xem một đoạn video ngắn hướng dẫn giới thiệu cách lắc siêu xu mọi người nhé.
Chơi game vui, chìa khò 30 triệu xu cực đã. Chỉ có ở game lắc siêu xu của Shopee Cup. Vào ngay app Shopee, bấm vào icon giải thưởng Shopee. Chọn game lắc siêu xu. Và 3, 2, 1, lắc xu ngay. Hãy lắc xu thật nhanh để được chia kho xu lên đến 30 triệu xu. Còn chần chờ gì nữa? Tải app Shopee và tham gia ngay.
Rồi mọi người ơi, bây giờ thì mình sẽ hướng dẫn mọi người thật là nhanh một lần nữa để cùng nhau tham gia lắc siêu xu các bạn nhé. Các bạn hãy cùng mình mở ngay app Shopee. Rồi, cho em xin hiện màn hình trên màn hình LED đi ạ. Các bạn ơi, chúng ta hãy cùng nhau mở ngay app Shopee nha. Và các bạn hãy nhấn vào biểu tượng là săn ngay 100.000 xu. Các bạn nhấn vào biểu tượng săn ngay 100.000 xu. Các bạn kéo xuống, các bạn sẽ thấy một phần là tổng kho xu 30 triệu xu, lắc xu ngay. Các bạn nhấn vào đây và chúng ta sẽ cùng nhau tham gia lắc xu nha. Mọi người đã nhìn rõ chưa? Mình sẽ thao tác lại một lần nữa nhé. Các bạn ở trang chủ Shopee, các bạn hãy nhấn vào phần là săn ngay 100.000 Shopee xu. Các bạn kéo xuống, các bạn sẽ thấy một phần là tổng kho xu là 30 triệu xu và lắc xu ngay. Các bạn nhấn vào cái nút này thì các bạn sẽ nhấn phần chơi ngay. Các bạn nhấn chơi ngay, các bạn có thể nhận được về cho mình rất nhiều Shopee xu nha. Và các bạn thân mến, đặc biệt là hãy thỏa mãn tận hưởng việc lắc xu và đừng quên thể hiện những vũ điệu lắc xu tuyệt vời của các bạn. Và cũng không kém phần táo bạo để nhận được thật nhiều Shopee xu. Và Shopee xu dùng để giảm giá khi mua hàng ở trên Shopee. Vậy nên là mọi người ơi, are you ready? Các bạn đã sẵn sàng chưa? Hãy cùng nhau đếm ngược cùng mình và cùng nhau nhấn vào lắc xu nha. Hãy cùng nhau nhấn để lắc xu nha. Chỉ còn ít phút giây nữa thôi nào. 3, 2, 1, lắc xu ngay. Hãy cùng lắc xu nào. Lắc xu nào. Mọi người hãy cùng lắc xu cùng mình nhé. Chỉ có 10 giây thôi nào, rất nhiều Shopee Xu dành cho các bạn. Và Shopee Xu dùng để giảm giá khi mua hàng ở trên Shopee. Vậy nên hãy nhanh tay tải app Shopee và tham gia lắc siêu xu cùng mình nhé. Và để chúc mừng tất cả các bạn thì hy vọng mọi người đã đều nhận được rất nhiều Shopee Xu rồi. Sẽ có những bạn nhận được 100 xu, 200 xu, 500 xu. Và đây là những xu dùng để giảm giá khi mua hàng ở trên Shopee. Vậy nên là hãy tham gia lắc xu cùng mình nha. Đó, mình đã thấy một bạn nữ tham gia lắc xu cùng mình rồi. Cảm ơn bạn rất là nhiều. Bây giờ được bao nhiêu xu ạ? Có thể giơ lên cho màn hình thấy được không ạ? Ok, cảm ơn bạn rất là nhiều. Rồi. Và trước khi quay trở lại cùng với hiệp 2 thì chúng ta sẽ cùng nhau, mình sẽ bật mí cho các bạn một số thông tin đặc biệt các bạn nhé. Rằng là nếu như các bạn muốn sở hữu quả bóng thi đấu ngày hôm nay cùng với các chữ ký của các cầu thủ ở trận đấu ngày hôm nay thì đừng quên là hãy tham gia, hãy tìm kiếm Trước khi quay lại với hiệp 2 đầy kịch tính thì cho mình bật mí với các bạn hai thông tin cực kỳ đặc biệt là nếu các bạn muốn sở hữu quả bóng thi đấu có chữ ký của một trong các cầu thủ có mặt trên sân vận động ngày hôm nay thì các bạn hãy tham gia app Shopee, tìm keyword Shopee Cup để cùng nhau tham gia chương trình các bạn nhé. Cách thức tham gia thì vô cùng đơn giản, các bạn chỉ cần điền vào mẫu, đăng ký và chia sẻ lý do vì sao trái bóng này có ý nghĩa thực sự với bạn trong trận đấu ngày hôm nay. Hiện tại biểu mẫu đăng ký đã được mở, hãy nhanh tay điền form để có cơ hội trở thành một trong những khán giả may mắn nhận được một quả bóng thi đấu có chữ ký của một trong các cầu thủ trên sân vận động ngày hôm nay các bạn nhé. Một lần nữa hãy mở app Shopee, nhấn vào từ khóa Shopee Cup để tìm hiểu thêm thông tin chi tiết các bạn nhé. Alright. Và chúng ta sẽ cùng nhau đến với thông tin tiếp theo là từ ngày 22 tháng 9 đến ngày 25 tháng 9. Shopee đang diễn ra chương trình 25 tháng 9 lương về sale to với hàng loạt ưu đãi hấp dẫn. Săn voucher extra giảm đến 1 triệu đồng, siêu rẻ. Okay. Siêu rẻ săn deal chỉ từ 9.000 đồng, toàn deal cực hot. Gì cũng free ship 0 đồng mọi đơn. Mua sắm thoải mái, tận hưởng free ship 0 đồng trên Shopee. Còn chần chờ gì nữa mà không tải app Shopee, đặt lịch Shopee để cùng tham gia ngày 25 tháng 9 lương về sale to trên app Shopee mọi người nhé. Đừng quên là quẹt mã QR đang có hiện trên màn hình LED để cùng nhau cập nhật thêm những thông tin cũng như là chương trình sale của Shopee các bạn nhé. Cảm ơn mọi người rất là nhiều.
Duck has and Lee Pham Tran Long has come on as well. So reorganisation at the start of the second half for the home team. He wasn't happy at times in that first half, Alexander Polking. Looks as though Lee Van Do will drop back into the right back position.
Substitution for Công, player number 2, Phạm Lý Đức, replaced by player number 9, Nguyễn Bắc.
Stefan Mauk is the other player that's
Player number 6,
gone off.
Replaced by number 11, Lê Phạm Long.
So we'll see what those changes do to the shape of the home team in the second half. Back has played in 4 of the league games, all 4 league games rather so far. So they did win the Super Cup at the start of the season as well. They've already got silverware in the cupboard. They beat Nam Dinh 3-2. Vitao. He played over the top, but again it'll just be taken through to Jaridi ahead of Vitao. Cebu player down here. Ball over the top. Amarol just got a tangle of legs, I think, there with Quang Vinh Pendant. Saw him take a tumble in the penalty area. Won't need any treatment. They are 2-time V-League winners, Công and Hanoi. 2023 was the last time they triumphed in the league. Won the Vietnamese Cup last season for the first time as well, which is what got them into this. So runners-up in this competition last year when they drew with Buriram United in the 2-legged final, lost on penalties. Vitao. Long. Ledel getting the ball away. Again, it's been a good start by the home team. This is the way they started the first half, plenty of possession. Just too high for Allen. Lofted in again by Leoata, and Jaridi making a clean take in the middle. Leoata scored a hat-trick in the 5-0 win over Lion City Sailors in this competition last season. Good defending there by Hugo Gomez. Alves. Leoata. See how many players are back behind the ball. Everybody by Rico Andes for Cebu at the moment. Alves Rogerio. Quang Vinh Pendant. Leoata. It's Long, the man who came on at half-time, or one of the 2 players that came on at half-time. Leoata. Patience still from the home team, as it was in the first half. Leoata. Alan. Just can't find a way through those white-shirted defenders at the moment. Back. Leoata. Floated ball in again, but too much on it. It's patient again. Still, the voice you can hear in the background is their coach, Alexander Polking, the Brazilian, who wasn't happy with a lot of things in that first half. Certainly won't want to drop points at home, having lost their opening game after that 100% record last season. back, just tried to get on that one. Yeah. Free kick. Villanueva taking a whack on the shins, I think, which is what's left him down. So the group will have a little bit of a structure to it after tonight's games. You mentioned those other matches, PG Pathum United against Buriram and Selangor against Tampines Rovers. Tampines and BG Pathum were both winners on match day one. Buriram and Selangor played out a draw. Here's Hugo Gomez. Lee Van Do. Alves. Quang Vinh. Long into the edge of the area to back. Lee Van Do. Leo Arta. And then again can't get the header on it. You can see the plan. Try and get the ball into the big man up front. Now Paulos will break away. Left the ball behind, or leaves the ball behind, should I say. Lee Van Tran Long. There's Rogerio into Allen, just trying to hold things up. Allen's done brilliantly there to get to the byline. Camis. Just got the ball caught under his feet slightly. There's a bit of urgency now about Hanoi trying to keep this pressure on, because they've really got Cebu picked back in their own final third at the moment. Trong. Hugo Gomez. Leo Arta is a long way from goal, and there's a little bit of desperation just about that long range shot. ...28 wins in 51 matches with Công and Hanoi. Alexandra Polki, 55% win record, which is pretty impressive. Were held to a draw against Vitel, as we said on the opening day of the season. Vitel currently top of the league in the V League. They have played a game more than Hanoi. Cebu have 3 away games in a row coming up in the league. Kaya, Garelli United and Manila Digger. Trong with a long ball over the top, looking for Alves Rogerio. Might just keep that one in play, and does keep the ball in play. That throws right down in the corner. Quang Vinh pendant with it. Hugo Gomez. Leo Arta. Threaded through to Alves Rogerio. Red shirt swarming around that penalty area. Long. That's a good header away. Kusame Jr. needed to get a touch on that. Lee Van Do, sorry, was the man around the back. You could hear the coach shouting for the ball to be played towards the second half substitute, Nguyen Din Bak. Another corner. Hugo Gomez couldn't get up high enough to get the ball on target. Side still have the ball. This is back. Alves. But you really won't get there, and it's just dropped over the top. Hugo Gomez did get a better contact on it that time, but the ball just agonisingly looping over the top. That's a good opportunity. They will fashion the opening. Just looped up and caught the roof of the net. He's still looking for his first goal this season, Hugo Gomez. Forward by Gadia. Chase on here for Rico Andes. That's good defending by Trong. Quang Vinh Pendant. Here comes Alves Rogerio. Leo Arta trying to feed that back into him, but too many white shirts there again. Quang Vinh Pendant. Vital. Let that one go early. Ball's gone out of play. There's a player down injured in the penalty area. Looks like a bit of cramp. Possibly Villanueva that's gone down, the left back. Yeah, it is Villanueva. It's a strange time. It is warm, but we're only, what, 11 minutes into the second half for Brian Villanueva to go down. Has played in all 3 ASEAN matches, including those 2 qualifiers. Another player that's in his first season at Cebu. They did have quite a few players in the close season. Former Philippines under-23 international. Well, he's still an under-23 international, just 19 years of age, Brian Villanueva. Actually made his Cebu debut in that qualifier. Glenn Ramos there, the man right in the centre of the screen. Did sign a deal, I've got Turkish ownership, Dynamic Cebu with Hatayspor back in 2022. They signed a Turkish coach, Mehmet Kakil, and 1 or 2 Turkish youth players as well to come into the ranks. Only made their debut in the Philippines Football League Cebu back in 2022, post-COVID. Actually played Kaya, the side they play at the weekend, losing 3-0 in their opening league game. Looks as though they're not going to take any risks here and will make their first change. It's the man from Tajikistan, who probably has the longest name in this competition, Fatih Zoda, if I've said that right. Almost wish he had a nickname. Could be a positive change, though. He is a forward. Here's Leo Arta, promising again for Hanoi. Hammered away by Kamis. Here comes the change, and it is Villanueva that will go off. So the man born in Dushanbe comes on. Kudoida Zoda. His first job is to try and help out to defend this corner. Well, the header down, pushed away by Giurini. Somehow it stayed out. It was Vital that got the header in, and Giurini has pushed that ball away. Vital can't quite believe that Giurini's made the save. They may check the ball didn't cross the line. Giurini's injured himself in the process. Well, let's take a look. It may have taken a touch off Allen. The second shot from Alves Rogerio deflected wide. There's the first one. He may just have caught his shoulder on the post, I think, or maybe caught Allen's boot, Juridi. But it was a really good reaction save because it was bobbling around. It actually came off Allen, the last touch. And I think Vitao's original header was going wide, so if that had have gone in, it would have been a goal for Allen. So close. It's been a frustrating night for the home team so far. Hour gone. Yeah, it is the shoulder that's giving Juridi a problem. There's going to be another corner when he's fit enough to continue. Have two reserve goalkeepers on the bench. Cebu, Jesse Sembalante and Joseph Caniza. Now we're ready for the corner. Juridi's recovered. Might be straight back into the thick of the action. Makes a good save. And you could see the reaction from his defenders in front of him when he kept that effort out. The initial header from Vitao. But they're going closer here, Công and Hanoi. Top two teams in each group go through to the semi-finals. 12 teams in this competition. Here's Alves Rogerio. Cutting inside again, hammered by Camis. Came back off Alves Rogerio, Vitao. Good sliding challenge again by Kusame. Pressure's still on though. Trong. Vitao. Nicely pulled back. They're lining up in the middle. Back shot saved again by Juridi. And the follow-up goes into the side netting. They cannot find a way through this Cebu defence. Juridi, the hero again. Saving from the half-time substitute. Nguyen Din back that time. And the follow-up went into the side netting. Well, here's that build-up again. Pull back by Vitao, saved with the legs by the goalkeeper. May well have been Lee Van Do that had that follow-up effort when he missed the target. Well, it is like a red wave at the moment. Alves Rogerio. Leo Arta. Vitao. Kusame Jr. was waiting for a call, then I think it didn't come, so he played the ball away. It looks as though he's dropped in at left back now that Villanueva's gone off. Leo Arta in towards back. Hammered away again by Camis towards Rico Andes. Now there might be a break on here. Rico Andes, man racing through the middle. This is a rare chance for Cebu. It's Pinto. Can't get the shot in. Good tracking back by Hanoi. Trong will chase that one into the corner. Good ball across. Oh! What a chance for Cebu, and it's been put wide. Kusame Jr., the captain, with Cebu's best chance so far, and somehow he's put the ball wide of the target. Well, they were all off the bench. They thought that was going to be the opening goal of the game. But it's really opening up now in this second half, becoming a very entertaining match. What a let-off for Công and Hanoi. Quang Vinh pendant. Leo Arta. Vitao. Alves Rogerio. Leo Arta just had to check back again, making it difficult. That's a foul, and a clumsy one as well, in a dangerous position by Paulos, who just pulled Vitao's legs from underneath him. This is a really good opportunity for Hanoi to get another effort on target at least. Could have done with pulling out of that challenge, Paulos. He got plenty of cover back there. Three players plotting over this one. Back, Quang Vinh pendant. In fact, two now, with Hugo Gomez just walking away. Just think the angle probably favours the right-footed option here, which would be from Nguyen Din back. It is him that shoots. It comes off the back of Gomez. It's still not properly cleared. Hugo Gomez forced back, can't get the shot in. Lee Van Do. Rio Arta down the line. Heavy challenge. That's gone for a corner. So real pressure this from the home team now. There's Din Bak's free kick, which actually hit the backside of Hugo Gomez, I think. Lee Van Do over the corner again. Sixth corner of the game. Double that to their opponents, Hanoi. Needs a good delivery. Everybody back for Cebu. Bouncing around, comes off Paulos. Only back as far as Long. Back out to Lee Van Do, nicely taken down. Vitao trying to turn. Oh! Fiercely struck by Long, but just too high. The referee just urging Jaridi now to get on with things. It's that stage of the game where you feel Cebu will just try and take what they can out of the game. Flick by Paulos, Rico Andes. No nonsense from Hugo Gomez. That's gone into the upper tier. Amaral with a throw again, being urged to get on with this. They're going to try and put some distance on this. Rico Andes, I'm sure, will be the target. He's the second man, if you like, in terms of targets. Still taking a bit of time here, Amaral. That's gone into first man. Shot from Gadia goes wide, goal kick. We're into the final quarter of the game, still goalless between Công and Hanoi and dynamic Herb Cebu. Point apiece, you feel. Not what either team would want, especially depending on those other results tonight as well. There they go. Long, looking for back. And towards Paulos, who's got two around him. Hugo Gomez wins the header. Vitao. Long. Leo Arta. Allen. Away by Kosame Jr. Rico Andes looking for any mistake from Trong, but he was ever reliable there, the captain. Hugo Gomez. Still, this pressure keeps coming. Vitao, maybe thought about the shot. Now he will shoot, but again, got right underneath it. Only changed their name to Công and Hanoi back in 2023 when they won promotion to the V-League. It's been a really good couple of seasons for them. There was that chance that Cebu missed. What a chance it was from Kosame Jr. He felt if he got a touch, the ball would have gone in, but if anything, he's got too much of a touch on it and scooped it wide, and it was well wide. It wasn't even close from the captain. Here's back. Still feel that Hanoi are the more likely to score at the moment. Back did well, was caught by a high boot from Kamis. And another free kick just outside the area. Double change coming up for Cebu as well. Joshua Broche and Victor Cabral are going to come on. Free kick from a very similar position than before. Lee Van Doe over the top, punched away Juridi. Taking no chances. Still, it's not cleared. Thought there might have been a break on there. It was in behind Rico Andes, though. Oh, there's Rogerio. How he'd love to make up for that miss in the first half. Good header away by Ledell. Alan played inside the fullback, and again too much on that ball across. Lee Van Doe can't keep it in play. It will be a throw to Cebu.
Come on, my friend. Referee, he's joking with you, man.
Alexander Polkin getting increasingly frustrated with what he feels is time wasting by Cebu. Corey, I've seen too much of him in the second half. That's a great ball into the path of Pinto. Oh, ball across, it's in behind Rio Andes. All it needed was a bit of quality on that ball into the box, and it could have been an opportunity there. And it's put Cebu back under pressure. Back. Oh, Palos gets the challenge in and then gets brought down. Are they going to make the changes now, Cebu? Yes, though. Might be a bit of treatment needed here. Well, it looks like they've had a change of mind with the substitution, unless they're making a triple change. Looks like it's Cabral and Rosquillo that are coming on. Paulos is coming off to be replaced by Rosquillo. And then Cabral, who's wearing that protective face mask. He's coming on. Yeah, it looks as though Corey is the other player that's coming off. Hasn't really done a huge amount in the second half, Corey, so he's replaced.
Substitution for Dynamic of Cebu.
15 minutes to go.
Number 18. Replaced by number 26. Victor Luis Ferreira Capua. Player number 19. Esron Daniel Carlos. Replaced by player number 14. John Rospilo.
Wasted again, that long ball went all the way through to Philippe. Vitao. Will there be a winner in this one? Vitao. Leoata. Alan trying to get the ball out of his feet, blocked again by Camis, who's just, well, they're just getting anything in the way at the moment. It's forward by Long. Vitao. Rogerio plays that one across. There was a half appeal from this near side for handball, but after that first one was not given in the first half, here comes Cebu. This is probably their best chance to try and get a goal. It's on the break. Away by Trong. Going to be a triple change in a moment from Hanoi as well. The last throw of the dice from Alexandra Polking. Quang Vinh Pendant. Back. Trying to keep that line as high as they can. Vitao. That's a heavy touch from the substitute. Kudoda Zoda. Alves Rogerio. Reminder, beaten only once this season so far. Công and Hanoi, that was against BG Pathum United in the Matchday 1 match. That's a poor ball straight away across, and now the change will be made. Just under 4,000 in the stadium, the Hangdae Stadium, for this one tonight. Here come the changes. Pham Minh Huck is coming on.
Substitution for Hanoi.
Alan has gone off, not to be his night tonight, the leading goal scorer at the moment. Pham Van Duck coming on as well to replace Alves Rogerio. And Tran Duck Nam has also come on as well. So all 5 substitutions now made by Alexandra Polking. It really is a last throw of the dice for him. Cebu might be forced into another change in a moment, and another player down injured. Well, it's been a frustrating night for the home team so far, but credit to Cebu, who have defended well. Did keep a clean sheet in their last game against Stallion Laguna at the weekend. Just a 1-0 win in that one. Rico Andes getting the winner in the 95th minute in that game. So they know about winning late. Cebu. Leawata. It was long. Given away cheaply by Pinto. Here's Nam. That'll be a corner. Oh, clumsy by Pinto, who gave the ball away in a dangerous position there, Anderson Pinto, and allowed Hanoi to have the ball back. Again, pushing and shoving, which is just going to hold up proceedings here. Tanimoto Rio was refereed okay so far. No yellow cards in the game. That's headed away by Ledel from in front of Juridi. Lee Van Do. Takes the cross out again. Ledel puts that over his own crossbar for another corner. Nobody was in there. They're missing Allen now. They've lost that real focal point of a central striker, if you like. I think he was a little bit disappointed the coach. No one had attacked that in the middle there. Hugo Gomez was the furthest man forward. In by Lee Van Do, takes a flick. Oh, it's an important touch just to take that away from the danger area. Trong rolls it square to Fook. If Hanoi are to win this, they're going to have to do something they've not done all season. That's score beyond the 80th minute. Quang Vinh pendant. Hugo Gomez. Leawata. Cabral getting that header away. Lee Van Do hits the stanchion at the back of the goal. It's gone for a corner, took a slight deflection. But another shot coming in on that Cebu goal. Lee Van Do with a corner. Now would be the good time for a good delivery. Ledel's header away again, back in by Leawata, bobbling around. Anywhere will do for Cebu just to get that ball away. The goalkeeper taking a throw, that's unusual. No time to waste though for Công and Hanoi. It was Trong playing it square to Long. Lee Van Do. Trong. Leawata. Little step over from Quang Vinh. Oh, that's in towards back. Did well to keep that ball in play. Duck. Away by Kosame Jr. Good running. Oh, another good ball away by Ledel. This has been a really good defensive rear guard from Cebu tonight. Conceded those 3 goals against Tampines Rovers in the first game, but it might not be over for them yet. Oh, another shot from Duck this time, got right underneath it. Pham Van Duck. That's featured in every game so far this season, Duck, be it as a starter or off the bench. That was a chance to make a name for himself, but scooped it up over the top. Nice build-up, lovely little interchange of passes with him and Lee Van Do. But again, couldn't keep the shot down. Camis. It's going to go all the way through to Philip. Hugo Gomez. Leo Arta given away. Kudoida Zoida ball over the top of Rico Andes. Phillips out of his area, had to just get that one away from danger. Rico Andes just hobbling slightly, may just have tweaked something when he was trying to chase that ball down. Amaral just been urged to get on with this here. Cabral wanted it short. Goes into Pinto. Tussling away with Trong, and Trong was strong enough. Pinto's gone down saying he's injured now as well. Again, I think it's a little bit of cramp that's just creeping in now. Hanoi are keen to get on with this, urging Cebu to be a little bit quicker on the ball. Hugo Gomez. Long. Trong. Leo Arta. Long just riding the challenge. You can see how many white shirts are back behind the ball. They're making it very difficult for Hanoi to find any space going forward. Quang Vinh Pendant. Back. Another Cebu player's gone down in the middle. Well, the referee, he's seen through this. He's making the player go off on a stretcher to get treatment off the field so the game can continue, but it does mean that Cebu will have a player less temporarily.
Open, Fuchs, stay! Fuchs, stay!
That's Trong. Hugo Gomez. Lee Van Do. That cross wasn't a good one, hits Kosame Jr. Cebu are going to get a player on very quickly here to replace the injured player, Jeremiah Bolongan. That's helped on its way inside of the post. Camis can't get it away. Lee Van Do shot blocked. And suddenly it's over the line. Finally the breakthrough. It's bundled over the line by Quang Van Pendant. And you can see it's almost relief here from Công and Hanoi. It's a little bit harsh on Cebu, who are a player down. But finally the goal has come in the final minutes of the 90. Well, they've waited a long time and they've finally been rewarded. Jaridi made a couple of saves again. Camis got a block in, but the persistence has eventually paid off. Quang Vinh Pendant scored once in this competition last season. The man who was born in France to a Vietnamese mother and a French father. Well, it was helped on its way. The ball came off the inside of the post initially. Kamis couldn't get it away. It was a brilliant save, Juridi. He seemed to have the ball, but he wasn't under control. Brilliant save from Nam. And persistence from Quang Vinh Pendant to stab that ball over the line. The goalkeeper definitely didn't have the ball under control. Cebu are claiming that it should be a free kick. Paul Longdon has come on, and that change that they were going to make a little bit earlier is going to be made as well. Well, they've been rewarded for their patience tonight. We're into 6 minutes. No, we're not. It's Gadia that's coming off. It's Brosse that's coming on. Well, the band has finally hit the right note in stoppage time. It's almost relief. You could see the relief from players and coaching staff and fans alike. Amarul has gone off. It is 6 minutes added time. Well, Cebu's protests about the goal standing were unfounded. Juridi definitely didn't have two hands on the ball, which is the requirement to have the ball under control. Credit to Quang Vinh Pendant, though, who didn't give it up. Kamis forced all the way back to Juridi, who made several good saves. Here's the goal scorer. Hugo Gomez. Long raking ball for Leo Arta to chase. Quang Vinh Pendant. Away by Kosame Jr. Rico Andes will chase that one. It was Kuduro Zoda actually that was on the chase, the Tajikistan player. Well, they haven't had too much to do defensively tonight, Hanoi, but when they have, they've defended well. Trong, the captain, has led them well at the back. Philippe was a good last line of defence. Don't recall a serious save he's had to make. That one chance for Kosame Jr. that went wide of the target. There's Quang Vinh Pendant. Long. Hugo Gomez. There's a noticeable downturn in the pace of the game now that Kong and Hanoi have got that goal. So that is the latest they've scored this season. '76th minute, a goal from Alan in a 4-2 win over Hanoi FC. Their big rivals here. It was the latest goal they'd scored up to this point, but they showed good persistence tonight. Haven't let their heads drop despite the fact it's been frustrating. Trong. Hugo Gomez. Quang Vinh Pendant all the way back to Philip. back. Sorry, Nam. Công and Hanoi's next game is on the 3rd of December. They go to Buriram United. Lovely threaded through. Is this another? Oh, should have been another. Longa's fired over from close range when it probably seemed easier to score. And straight away the coaching staff urging them to get back behind the ball. But what a chance this was to wrap things up at 2-0. And again, he's got right underneath that one. Lee Pham Tran Long. Yeah, as we said, a trip to Thailand for Hanoi next, while Dynamic Herb Cebu will entertain Selangor. That's also on the 3rd of December. That's the next round of matches in this Asian Club Championship Shopee Cup. Leo Arta played the 6 minutes added time. Gadia just stabbed out of play, and Cebu have given their all tonight. Look on Pinto's face there, just that pained expression as he tried to keep that ball in play, said it all. Straight into the arms of Philip, and there goes the referee's whistle. Well, they left it late, Công and Hanoi, but they've taken the 3 points with that late goal from Quang Vinh Pendant. Cebu, I don't think, can believe that they've lost that game. They were down to 10 men at the time with Villanueva. Off the field, but well, it just goes to show you have to keep going right to the very end. And Cebu empty-handed from their opening 2 games, but the runners-up from last season, they're off to a winning start. There's the Shopee star of the match, Quang Vinh Pendant. Kami's battled hard, just couldn't get that ball away from that scramble in the goal mouth, and it fell for the number 7 to put the ball in. And a real sigh of relief around the stadium for the home team, who have got their campaign off and running. Quang Vinh Pendant with the winner in the last minute of normal time. It finished Công and Hanoi 1, Dynamic Herb Cebu 0. Well, 80% possession for Công and Hanoi during the course of the game. 25 shots, 7 on target. nearly 600 passes. The numbers really justify that win. Probably should have been by a bigger margin than 1-0, but it is 3 points. No yellow cards in the game, which was allowed to run by the referee. He did well, had that VAR to look at in the first half when he turned down the penalty, but good win in the end here for Công and Hanoi. Disappointment for dynamic Herb Cebu. Well, there is the Shopee star of the match. Quang Vinh Pendant, the other man born in France, was the match winner with that late goal in the game that gave his side the victory. And a much deserved and a hard fought victory it was as well.
Congratulations on your goal today. So can you share your feelings after scoring such an important goal for Công?
Yes, so I'm very happy that I'm scoring for winning. We wait the whole game to score a goal, so I feel now very happy about it because we win and it's a goal, a team win today.
Yeah, this was a very tough game, and your team didn't create many chances like you did before. So, how do you feel about the challenge that your opponent gave to your team today?
Yeah, it was hard today because they stay a low block, and for us, we have to move the ball faster. So yeah, it was difficult. It was a good team. So yeah, it was difficult today.
Okay, so how important are these 3 points for Công and Hanoi's journey in this tournament?
Yeah, so this first 3 points is very important because we want to move in the semi-final. So yeah, this 3 points is very, very important for the club.
Thank you, Quang Vinh. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was a narrow defeat today, so what do you think was the main reason your team couldn't secure a better result?
You can see like it's really tough game against them because they're really big team here in Vietnam. So for me it's like we didn't finish strong, I think. That's why we lost this game.
Your defense looked solid for most of the game, but then came the decisive goal. So how do you evaluate your team's overall performance today?
Right now, we didn't expect the result there, but it's still good, you know. The boys, I can see that they fight. They give a lot. They give everything to fight this to play this game. Thank you.
Yeah. So how difficult was it to play against Hanoi, against Công and Hanoi today?
Again, sorry.
How difficult was it to play against Công and Hanoi in this atmosphere and in front of their home crowd?
Yeah, actually, it's very excited to play because there's a lot of crowd watching here. So we're very excited earlier, but it is what it is. That's the result. So yeah, just move on and then learn.
Okay, so what lesson will your team take from this match to prepare for the next matches?
Sorry
what
again.
lessons will your team take from this match to prepare better for the next matches?
Yeah, we learn how to more communication, more focus on the game, and finish the game. Good.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Match day 2 of the ASEAN Club Championship Shopee Cup 2025-26 brings us to Hanoi. Công and Hanoi, the runners-up from last season, taking on dynamic Herb Cebu from the Philippines. Both sides lost on match day 1, so vitally important for their semi-final aspirations. Even at this early stage, you feel that one of these sides managed to get the win. Japanese referee in charge, who only has done one game previously, and that was a Công and Hanoi game as well. Kusame Jr. had that shot in the first half, which ended up going across the face of goal with the aid of a slight deflection from Vitao. Ended up going for the corner. It was always the home side. This was the best chance of the first half. Alves Rogério seizing on a mistake by Amaral, but he couldn't hit the target. Really should have done better from that sort of angle. It was the best chance of the first half from the Vietnamese, who had much more of the possession. That similar pattern followed in the second half as well. They made changes. Good save by the legs of the goalkeeper Juridi, and the follow-up shot went into the side netting. A little pullback from Vitao, and it was back, the substitute, with the first effort, Lee Van Do, into the side netting for the second one. There was a great chance at the other end for Kusame Jr. again, who'd had to drop back to fullback after Amiral's substitution. And again, he really should have done better from that sort of angle in front of goal. It was Cebu's best chance. Quite a few free kicks for Hanoi, which they didn't capitalise on. Lee Van Do with that one pushed away by Juridi. Did keep his side under a little bit of pressure with a punch rather than being able to catch the ball. But then came the goal in the 90th minute. It was Camis who failed to get the ball away, but persistence from Quang Vinh Pendant. Goalkeeper didn't have the ball under control. It bobbled around, it hits the inside of the post, the first one. Camis couldn't clear. Good save by the goalkeeper. And then the man who scored once in this competition last season got his campaign off and running. In the 90th minute, Quang Vinh Pendant, who went on to win the Shopee Star of the match for his performance, putting that in to seal the points. And they'd waited a long time for that goal, and they were rewarded. Full time, Công and Hanoi 1, dynamic Herb Cebu 0.